Hi guys. All right, tonight I'm going to go over a couple of announcements. We're going to talk a little bit about size. And then we're going to jump into I've got a PowerPoint for the actual call. It's the importance of structure, organization, and time management, plus a little bonus. So that's going to be all on a slide so you guys can take notes. But as far as announcements, we're coming to the end of the month. Obviously, it's the 23rd. You know, we want to try to get our Success Club points in and wrap up anything that we're doing or trying to do. And then anybody who has new coaches from this month that have not gone through a coach camp, my next coach camp starts May 4th. So it's the first Monday in May. So you can message me if you have people that you want to put in there. We'll get them in there. For challenge groups, obviously talk to your upline if you're not with me. If you want to join my challenge group, that's not going to be until the third Monday of May. I put in a schedule that I'm going to be following so you guys know what I'm doing. You know what's going on for Revolution Fitness. It's going to be the same thing every month. So the first Monday is going to be new coach camp, so the Successful Start program. The second Monday is going to be a free 5-day group. Third Monday is going to be our challenge group, which is a 30-day group. And then the fourth Monday is going to be the 5-day sneak peek, leading up to, again, the first Monday of the next month of the new coach camp. It's going to be run like that, so we have structure, which is the number one topic that we're going to discuss tonight. All of you, I am sure, have heard of the new program coming out July 2015 called Size, the End of Exercise. I'm going to give you a little bit of information on that right now. If I can get it back. Okay, there it is. Okay, so obviously it's created by Shanti. It is only 4 weeks long, and the workout length is between 35 and 40 minutes, depending on what DVD you're using. The good news is, for all of you dance freaks out there, you can get certified in this to teach it in a gym. So that's going to be pretty cool. A little bit about Size. It's, like I said, a 4-week program, and you're going to learn to dance. And it's set to today's music, so it keeps you up, in the loop and keeps you moving and energized. It's hard. If you have seen my video with Tim doing it, that literally took us the entire time to learn that. What happens is Sean will go over, so the workout that we got for the elites, the sneak peek, what is called Crazy Eights. And basically what it is 8 moves, and you learn the first one, and then you do it. And then you learn the second one, and you do the first and the second. And then you learn the third, and you do the first, second, third. And so on and so forth, all the way up to the 8th move. And then you run through the entire thing 3 times. And then you get your break. So that's probably about, I want to say 25 minutes in that you actually get a break, like an actual water break. While you're learning, he does it slow a couple times, and then he takes it to tempo. And you go over that a couple times, and you add in the next move, so on and so forth. And then after your break, you have something called the performance round, and that's set to the actual music. So you have practice music and then actual dance music. And you run through it 3 times, like one after another. And just a little tidbit of information. I didn't say this on my call that I posted or my video that I posted in Revolution Fitness, because I literally just finished it. But the next day, my back and my neck were extremely sore. And my left butt cheek is sore too from the kicking thing. So beware, like he says, get into it. Like when you're actually dancing and you're like, oh, this is like, I can actually do this. You're like throwing your head around and stuff like that. Just beware, because it does hurt. We posted in one of the higher up groups, and we were all posting our videos in there. And somebody had come in the next day saying, I'm surprised nobody has commented or made a post about how sore they are. And I thought that I was just like going crazy. But like, and I was talking to Deidre today, like in between my shoulder blades are extremely sore, like my neck from just touching it. It's like, you don't think that you're going to get sore from dancing, but it's an actual workout, which is pretty cool. It's, like I said, it's step by step. It's full dance. There was a video that I wanted to show you guys. I have to figure out how to share it from a secret group that I can't. So I have to like download it. I don't know, but I'll figure that out. But it's actually Shaun T and our fantastic CEO, Carl Daikeler, on stage in Cancun, and they're talking about the program. And Shaun is explaining to Carl that basically when you dance, it's an everyday move that that you do. It's just set to music. So he has Carl give him 3 things that Carl does every day. And his 3 things were make a shake. His second one was check Facebook. And his third one was get on the phone with customer service and yell at them. And Shaun put that to dance moves. It's hilarious. And he has Carl Daikeler doing it with him. It is fantastic. But it just shows you that anybody can do it because it's an everyday move. And even in the program, Shaun talks about, like one of the moves where you step to the side, he's like, somebody, I forget what it was, something like somebody in the grocery store is in your personal bubble and you're like, hey, back up, like he moved to the side. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I'm not a dancer and my husband is a huge dancer, like huge. But I could do it. So don't be scared of it. I was a little scared of it. It's actually a lot of fun. And now, like, when I hear a dance song, I'm like, oh, I could do this dance to it. Like, I know it, the Crazy 8s dance now by heart, just by doing it one time. So if you're coming to our Super Saturday, you're lucky and you get to try it. So make sure that you wear your hip hop gear because it's going to be some fun videos that I'm going to take and share and just to show how much fun we've had. Just beware, you can't video the video, okay, if you're coming to Super Saturday. It's not meant to be shared. But you can definitely talk about your experience. You can video other people, but you can't just show the video. Does anybody have any questions about size? No.
I'm excited to try it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it sounds fun.
It is. It is a lot of fun. It is. I'm actually very excited. And I don't normally work out at Super Saturdays, but I'm going to do it with you guys. So, all right. Moving on. I'm going to screen share with you once I get out of here. Back to here. Okay. Okay, can everybody see my PowerPoint? Yay, nay, nod your head. I can only see a couple of you. Yes? Okay. So obviously I said it's going to be the importance of structure, organization, and time management, plus a little bonus feature. We're going to talk about structure first. So I just talked to you guys about my plans for the month. It's in Revelation Fitness, I believe. In the file section, I posted a picture of words. And that's the type of structure that you're going to want to have for your team. I'm not saying you have to follow mine. If you prefer to do your challenge group on the first Monday of every month, do it. But come up with a structure so that your team is not coming to you every month saying, when's your next challenge group? When's your next coach group? It's always there. They remember it. They now have a game plan to know how to go about building their business. So, for example, from basically Monday until May 6th, I am recruiting coaches because my next thing that's happening is going to be my coach camp. So I have to find coaches to fill that spot. So that's what I'm doing. Then when my coach camp starts on Monday the 6th, that week, I am advertising for my 5-day free group. So now I'm getting new leads to Facebook because I'm going to advertise on my Instagram. I'm going to advertise on my like page. I'm going to advertise on my blog. So here are new contacts to Facebook for the month of May. Then once that group starts the following Monday, that week, I'm going to start advertising on my regular Facebook page, on my like page, on Instagram for my paid challenge group, meaning where they buy a challenge pack. I will also, halfway through that week, start contacting the people in my free group and talking to them about, would you like to go further and do a challenge group, a 30-day group, whatever it is. Then all of those people that you get to do your paid challenge group go into the third Monday of every month, which is a challenge group. Make sense so far? Then that week of preseason for the challenge group, you've now switched it over to trying to find coaches for the 5-day sneak peek. That's going to start the fourth Monday of every month. That week of the 5-day sneak peek, you are hoping that you're going to have these people come into your first Monday of every month coach camp. Make sense? So now you have a structure, and you're not advertising for coaches today and challengers tomorrow, and then coaches tomorrow night. And you're not all over the map. You are structured, and you have a game plan, and this is what you're focusing on. For the week that you're advertising for challengers, you're going to start posting lots of transformation pictures. You're going to talk about your journey and your own transformation all week long in different stories, and what Shakeology has done for you, and what program is your favorite, and your workouts, and yada, yada, yada. Then when you switch pace and you start talking and you're looking for new coaches, you're going to talk about what the business has done for you. Where has coaching taken you? What does it mean to have an extra $200 a week, come in? Whatever it is that coaching has done for you, that's what you're going to talk about. You're going to start inviting people every day that week for the coaching opportunity instead of a challenge group opportunity. So that's why game plans are important. The other reason game plans are important is for your own goals, meaning you want to go diamond by X date, you need to have a plan, a game plan. You need to reverse engineer that with your upline coach. You need to figure out what you need to do to get to that point and make a plan of action to do it. Number 2 is schedules. That kind of goes hand in hand with our game plan for the month. Every Monday, what we're posting about. We're going to touch more on schedules in pretty much every other category. They're important. So boundaries. This is going to be something for you personally and for your team. If you're a newer coach, it's a lot easier for you to set up boundaries now with your team than it is for somebody who's a seasoned coach, where they didn't really have boundaries first because their team might be taken aback. But it's important to have your boundaries, and this also goes hand in hand with schedules, and know when you need to set a boundary and when you don't have to. So just think about your life and your business and where your lines are that you want to stop. And lines meaning, if it's 7:00 and you put your kids to bed, you're not answering messages, and your team's going to be aware of that that's your time that you put your kids to bed, and so on and so forth. So that they don't get angry that you're not answering them or whatever. That type of boundaries. And then lastly, do it early in your business. So you want to get used to making game plans. You want to get used to following a schedule. You want to get used to having boundaries, because like I said, if you're a seasoned coach and you're just putting this in place now, it's going to be a lot harder and trickier for your team to be understanding of it. Because if you were there for them a lot in the beginning and then you set these boundaries, they're going to be like, whoa, what happened? So just keep that in the back of your mind. Anybody have any questions about structure? Okay. Organization. We've talked about this before as far as charting your business, keeping track of your business. I believe it's extremely important. We have many people on this team shooting for 5-star elite this year. It's important to keep track of everything, your coaches, your customers, your PV, your coaches PV, et cetera, et cetera. You can use things such as charts. If you're a paper and pen person, you can use that. You can have notebooks galore for different subjects. You can create an Excel file if you prefer computers. Here's the word schedules again, and whiteboards. I have not real whiteboards, they're windows, but I have old windows in my room, in my office, where I write down like working coaches, 2013 coaches, 2014 coaches, 2015 coaches, which all come into play when you're shooting for elite. You need to know these types of things. So it's good to start keeping track of everything now so that you have a hand up on when you are shooting for bigger goals. Along with this, I believe that everybody should at least try and commit to at least 30 days of the Power Hour checklist that I posted in Revelation Fitness. Whether you want to start May 1st and go through the entire month of every day of doing this, if you want to see your business grow, I highly suggest that you do this sheet. It has everything on it that is vital to your business. Okay, so if everything's filled out by the time you go to bed, you know that you've done the vital things to grow that business. If it's not, I suggest you don't go to bed until it is, if you want to grow a business. So just to go over this really quick, and I went over this on another call today, but I want to make sure that everybody understands when it says invite 3 people to your challenge group or coach opportunity, these are new people, brand new, people who you're not following up with, people who you're not speaking to on Monday, and now you're going to talk to them again today. They need to be 3 new people, 3 to 5 new people a day. Okay, so these are people that you might have formed with in number 2. And you've brought them down into, now you're going to invite them to a challenge group. But if you're putting all of your eggs in a basket that you started on Monday of 5 people, and by Thursday you still have nobody because you're still talking to these 5 people and you haven't talked to anybody else, you're not going to meet your goals. Okay? So that's just a little side bit of information for you. But I do suggest, if you do want to commit to doing this starting May 1st, give it 30 days or the month of May, post in Revelation Fitness, accountability. It's a lot harder to do and to quit if people know you're doing it, because you have to be held accountable. So I suggest you do that with us. Time management. How many people are good at this? No? Nobody wants to raise their hand? All right. I suggest you get good at it. It's hard to go, I want to say it's hard to go past 5-star without having a plan. Okay. And I'm going to be the first to tell you, I've gotten to 5-star on a whim. Okay. I never really had a plan. I never really had work hours. I worked from my phone or from my computer whenever I could. But you do need to have a plan. And that's one of the reasons why I made the structure and made the organization work for us with the whole checklist and all that kind of stuff. So how do you time manage? First of all, you want to write down everything that you do for your business in a day. Okay. So starting tomorrow, you sit down at the computer at 8 a.m. What do? You write it down. Okay. From that point on, anything that you do for your business that day, you're going to write down so that you know what you have to plan in your time space of work to make your business work. Okay. Plan your months, obviously, is just like the monthly plan that I gave you in the importance of structure, number 1. So you can plan your own months catered around something like I did, or you can take my month and completely use it on your own. That's up to you. Make work hours and stick to them. So your work hours want to be 2 different types. One is going to be business building. So that's going to be your basically your challenge, like finding challengers and finding coaches. That's going to build your business, obviously. Hitting Success Club. You want to be, if you're serious about this and you want to have this become a full-time job or quit your job or retire your husband, those type of big goals, pay off your debt. You want to be having, granted, everybody's a little bit different. If you can get more done in an hour because you don't have kids around, It's okay. But around 8 to 10 hours a week of business building activities. On top of that, your team building activities. So this is like calls with your coaches, check-ins with your challengers, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's not going to be as much time. You're going to talk to your coaches through Facebook here and there throughout the week anyway. This is just if the coach needs to talk to you, you're going to get on the phone with them. If you have coaches who like to schedule weekly phone calls, that's going to be during that time, okay? So you want to have these business hours, okay? And what I mean by stick to them is if a friend calls you during quote unquote work hours, let's say your work hours are from 11 to 1 in the after, like mid-morning to early afternoon, and a friend calls and says, hey, you want to go do lunch? It's your obligation to say, I'm sorry, that's like, I'm working. Let's reschedule for something, a different day. You have to treat this as a business if you want it to act as a business. So if you had to go to work, if you had to leave your house and go to work from 11 to 1, and your friend calls you and says, let's do lunch, you wouldn't just leave your job, right? You wouldn't just get up and say, okay, yeah, I can do that, and leave the store unattended. It's the same thing with your business, okay? Yes, I'm not saying it's going to be like that all the time. There are times in my business where I should be working at night, but I decide to go to girls' night. And that's the beauty of our business. It is flexible like that, but I don't suggest you do it all the time. I suggest that you have those work hours and stick to them. If you know your life pretty well and you say, okay, pretty much I'm out every Friday night, don't schedule work hours for Friday night. Obviously, you're going to be miserable and you're not going to want to do the business. So schedule it around your life because that's the way that you should be living this. Family. If you're with your family or friends and it's not work hours, put your phone away. Put your business away. You have set work hours. You're going to make these work hours known to your team. So in a nice way, you're going to tell them, Friday through Sunday, you can message me or I will get back to you after 9 p.m., whatever your boundaries are at that point. And it's important to stick with them. So something that I learned back when I was talking to a different corporate before he left the business, it was, he said the phrase, be where your feet are. And I want you guys to really stick with that because this business can cause you to want to work all the time. I'm guilty of it. But if you're with your kids, be with your kids. If you're out with a friend, be out with that friend. Obviously, a lot of us have kids, so we can't leave our phone at home. But if you see something flash up, check to see if it buzzes, check to see if it's somebody watching your kids or your husband. If it's not, leave it alone. Don't answer it. Don't open it. Just leave it. It's important. It's extremely important part of time management, making sure that you have your work hours. Does anybody have any questions about time management? Does anybody have anything to add about time management that has worked for them or would like to work for them?
Well, I post a lot in the bathroom.
We know you do.
I know. Sometimes, when I'm just saying that when you're working full time, I think there's some things that are, when you're in an office environment, it's a little bit different of how you manage that time, because a lot of times with kids' schedule, it's literally 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. You can call it scheduled or not, but that's sometimes how it has to happen if you don't have blocks of time.
Right. Well, your blocks of time would be when the kids go to bed. If you work full time and you have kids that are in team sports and stuff like that, you still have to have, unlike Miss Jen here who takes on the whole freaking world, you have to have business building time. So if somebody asks you to coach softball, you say no. I'm sorry, I have to work.
Okay, open that box right up. All right, I'm going to turn myself back to mute now.
So you have to pick and choose, depending on your business and where you want it to go. There are going to be some things that you have to say no to. It's like anything in life. Granted, you say no now so that you can say yes later, because if you build your business to where it's going to work for you, you don't have to work as much on it. Does that make sense? You sacrifice now for gaining a whole bunch more. Okay, if I walked away from my business for a week, which I just did, going to Cancun, I make the same amount of money as if I was home. Okay, so that's the type of business that you want to have, so that you have the freedom to do other things that you want to do, like coach softball, So think about it that way, as far as you have to be okay with sacrificing some things now. If you tell me, I work full time and my kids are in sports, I don't have a lot of time to devote to this, that's fine. But you need to find that power hour checklist to get these vital things done for your business, so that you can go to bed knowing that A, you worked your full-time job, B, you helped your kids do whatever they needed to do, and C, you're helping grow your business. Because these things are important. That's why I made it. Takes you an hour. If you're efficient enough and you don't scroll Facebook, I'm sure you could do it in 30 minutes. But a lot of people have problems scrolling Facebook. P.S. If you do have a problem scrolling Facebook, there is a website that you can actually go on, and it takes away your news feed, which is pretty cool, so that you don't have to sit there and scroll through. You can get in and get out. Also, on top of that, if you have a lot of groups to check in on your smartphone, they have a groups app that has all of your groups. So you're not on your phone scrolling through Facebook. You can just go to your groups, check in, and get out. Okay? Another little time management tip. This is just extra for you guys. Like, you guys are getting this awesome thing. If you have a smartphone, have you ever heard of Evernote? It's an app. It's also a website. I go on. I have an account on my computer, website. That's where all of my challenge group information is, email scripts, etc., etc. You download the app, and now it's on your phone. All of your same. Okay, so look, I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay. Can everybody see this? Can you see that? See where it says notes up here? I have like 10 of them in there. And it's going to be all of my different notes. So let's see, all 10. And here they are, all 10 of them. See, right there. We will do devotion and fitness group posts. And look, all of my posts are there, day one. So I literally just copy this. If you want to just check in, if you have a real problem scrolling Facebook, download the groups app, download this app, hold your finger on it. Obviously, everybody should know how to copy and paste from their phone. Copy it, take it into your groups, paste it, and get out. Okay? It's also amazing if you are like me and sometimes forget to post in a group and you're out with the kids, or you're dropping a kid off at school or something. You're like, oh crap, it's 11 o'clock and I didn't post in my group. Well, now Evernote is on your phone and you can go grab your post and post it in your group. I know, mind blowing, right? It's awesome. Yeah, time management tips. Anybody else have anything to add? No? Okay, moving on to our bonus events. Obviously, we have one coming up, Super Saturday. If you're not near me, I highly, highly, highly suggest you go onto the Beachbody website and find one that's near you. Everybody welcomes you with open arms, even if you don't know anybody. Excuse me. Bring one of your coaches. Bring a guest of somebody who might be interested in coaching. You never know what these things are going to do for you. And a couple of things that it can do for you. Aha moments. Okay. That kind of goes with number 3, which is network. You get the chance to talk to other coaches, coaches in higher ranks, coaches who have had amazing stories, coaches who you can relate to and realize aha moment wise that, okay, if she can do it, I can do it. Okay. So it's very important that you get to events. Summit is going to be our next one. The next Super Saturday is the week after Summit. Leadership is the next one after that. and then the New Leaders Conference in January. So it's so important to try to get to these things. Obviously, the Super Saturdays are a lot easier to get to than, Nashville, Tennessee, and San Diego, California. But these events, especially the Super Saturdays, they're everywhere. So get on the Beachbody website and find one near you. Most likely you'll be doing the size workout. So just, try to make that happen. Number 2, it reignites your fire. So if you're feeling as if, you're low and you need to move on and you need to get that fire back, it really does. It puts a fire in your belly because of number 3 as well. You're networking, you're talking to other coaches, you're making new friends. It's pretty amazing. You're surrounded by positive people and it's just upbeat, loud, and a lot of fun. And then on top of that, you have your business building. So again, you're networking. You're learning from other coaches. You're learning from the speakers. You're learning from videos. You're learning from corporate, all of that kind of stuff. So it's important. It's very big. I remember I started March 10th, 2013, and my coach told me that I want to get to Summit. Like, if I want this business to work for me, you want to get to Summit. You want to do everything possible to get to Summit. That was 3 months after I signed up. It was in June. It's not in March. I went by myself. I flew to Vegas by myself. I didn't know one person. I've never met anybody on the dream team or any coaches in person. And I went. And your business blows up after events. Trust me. It does. So that's my little free bonus. Does anybody have any questions about events or Super Saturday?
I do this. I'm in South Carolina and I can't find anything for Super Saturday in South Carolina.
Really?
I looked. I don't know. Maybe if I did it wrong. I don't know. I'm in Lexington, South Carolina.
What?
That's Kristen.
No, Kristen's in Virginia.
Oh.
You're in Lexington?
Yes.
All right, I'll look it up. See
All
what
right,
I can
thank
find. Uh-huh. Anybody else? Dawn, you can always travel up to ours. 13 hours? What is that?
12-hour trip.
Yeah, it's nothing. You can do that in a day.
Piece of cake.
Dawn, come back to New Jersey.
I wish I could.
We got snow today.
I know. I saw. It was 78 here today.
Shush. All right, we stop sharing. Okay, there you all are. Does anybody have any questions in general? Oh, hold on. There's the chat.
What do we need to bring for this Super Friday, I guess?
A notebook, a pen, or a piece of paper. I literally just got the video now, so I don't even know what's on it. I know that Jeff Hill and Michael Neiman dance. That's all I know. So it's gonna be funny. Yeah, the only information that you're gonna get as far as that you might need to write down is gonna be stuff like about size and some other corporate stuff happening. And that's all from the 45-minute video. So just bring something small to write with. There's going to be water. There's going to be snacks. And there's, if you need a towel, bring a towel. It's going to be the workout. There is a bathroom. There is a shower if you want to shower before you drive home, Kate. But yeah, it'll be fun. Lots of fun. We're going to have a dance party. Dress in your hip hop gear. Do you see my picture with my sideways hat? Where's my sideways hat?
I love it.
This is how I'm coming.
I used to have hip hop gear back in college, but I don't put it.
Bianca, you're online? I didn't even see you there. I figured you would work off a list. If she's still on, Bianca says she works off of a list, which is part of, organization. They were nice. Kate, you asked if 2 challenge groups is too much every 2 weeks. I mean, are they 30-day groups?
What?
Are they 30-day groups?
Yeah. Oh no, I do. Most of them I start like either Friday or Monday with preseason, and we start 3 days later. So they're 24-day group.
I mean, everybody has their own opinion, you know, like you can, if you are comfortable running 2 groups a month, then you can.
And my team under me, and we all split the days.
Yeah, I mean, it's your business. If that's what you're comfortable doing, then do it. And if it's working for you, do it.
We just started, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you try it for a month, see if it works. If it doesn't work, you tweak it. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Oh, Tara's asking about Shakeology for tomorrow. Where's my list? Kate and Talitha are going to do Jed, is that right?
I think, yeah, I'm doing check-in with Kim, right?
Amy.
Amy. Okay. And we're doing Shakeology at the end though, right? So I think we can make that a group effort if we need to.
Yeah. It's going to, well, we'll probably have them made. I don't know. We're gonna
No. They'll be gross by then.
we're going to,
I'll whip them up.
yeah. We're going to have a Shakeology table. We have everything that we need for it, so we're good. Tara, you're just coming early to help me set up.
I should be there early too. Early enough.
All right.
I feel like I'm not doing enough. I'm just coming early to set up.
Yeah.
You're coming early to set up, and
And you're speaking, my friend.
Yes, I am.
You're good. It's good. We're all good. We have everything under control. Well, we don't need to record this. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? No? Okay, I'm going to stop recording.